how does Facebook use data in a way that's different than the way Twitter handles data? Because as I understand it, Twitter is more protective of user data, though Twitter, of course, has its own issues, which we can talk about. But do you think Facebook has been too permissive and too careless about user data?
You know, just to be, not to be an apologist for what's been going on, but this platform was public. Those APIs were public. People knew what those APIs were capable of, and they've been long disabled. The big difference between Twitter and Facebook is that on Facebook, there's lots and lots of personally identifiable information and demographic information. That turns out to be particularly helpful to advertisers. Advertisers want to be able to demographically target and micro-target, and Twitter doesn't have a lot of that information. To just go back a few years, and when I was running Twitter, frequently that was thought of as a disadvantage. Twitter doesn't know anything or enough about its users, so I can't target my advertisements as accurately as I can on Twitter, on Facebook rather. So there are two sides to this coin. In some instances, it's a real benefit to the platform's business, and in other areas, like we're seeing now, it comes back to haunt you.
We're seeing former Facebookers increasingly speak out about Facebook. WhatsApp co-founder Brian Acton tweeted #DeleteFacebook. This is a guy who sold his company to Facebook for $20 billion. Do you think Delete Facebook will take off? Do you think this will have a significant impact on users' desirability to use the platform?
I'm sure these people will be returning all their ill-gotten gains any moment now. I don't think this is. These things happen. They come up every now and then when there's a big news event around these platforms. Facebook is such an important part of a lot of people's lives that it may be the case that a certain number of people here in Silicon Valley, inside the bubble, if you will delete it. I don't think it will be a big movement. It's too much. It's too important a part of too many people's lives around the world.
Is it disingenuous for people who made a lot of money on Facebook to now?
I already made a joke about that. Come on.
So you think it is? You think it is?
Well, I just think that it's easy, or it's easier certainly when you're not a part of the company anymore to sort of sit back and lob in Molotov cocktails. There are people working extremely hard inside these companies to do the right thing. I know Ed Ho, who leads product at Twitter, has been talking a lot about the issues, along with Jack, the issues Twitter is trying to deal with in this regard on the platform. So there are people inside these companies trying to do the right thing, and I tend to not love it when people can sit on the sidelines and sort of lob in criticisms to them.